I'm sad because Nigeria is still making the same mistake that we've always made. And that's the mistake of pursuing a false Messiah. Yes. And that's what has always brought us into trap. You see, Peter Obi, like I said yesterday, if care is not taken, Nigerians will kill that man. They will stop him from being a vessel. And he also is making a mistake. He's committing himself to men. Me, I will say the word of the Lord. Woe to them that put their trust in men, and woe to you if on the praises of men, on account of the praises of men, you begin to commit yourself to men. We've always had a problem in this country, and that problem is running towards false messiahs. When I began to read the Psalms God gave us, I discovered that part of what was captured there was that God is our salvation, not a man. When God was speaking to me about the future of Nigeria, he didn't speak to me about the future of Nigeria as touching a man. He was speaking about his will for Nigeria. See, we don't labor for that one. Okay, if Peter Obi wins now, what next? Oh, don't you know that princes are the true rulers of territories? Do you think humans are the true rulers? If a nation has not yielded to God, God cannot rule indeed in that territory. So the man he will win the election, but he will mirror what was already there. You don't understand? The Lord told me, he said next year there's going to be a 9-month contention. And that the next president will truly emerge towards the end of the year. That's when his birthday, his emerging will be towards the end of the year because of the contention. And Satan will begin to stir that contention from September to December. And we started prophesying about the war to come. People insulted us, sir. You see, one of the troubles and factors militating against true prophetic ministry is that the people despise the prophet sent to them. Because we are not on TV, and I didn't do like this. The wisdom of God brings his counsel in lowly places. That's where you hear his counsel. When they were prophesying peace, peace, peace in 2019, the Lord showed me lockdown, and I saw people's house locked. The video is still there, and I told them, revival is coming. It's the revival of the indoors. God is going to cause people to be locked in their houses so that they can find God in secret places. They mocked us, but it came to pass. When by the word of the Lord I said, water scarcity is coming. Rivers will be dry. Someone wrote, the earth is made of 70% of water. This your prophecy is fake. But in this earth, this year, there was drought. And when I saw the war that God showed me, it was terrible. In Nigeria, I told them, I say Satan wants to cause godless men to stir up war. And without mincing word, I said the people Satan is going to use, I saw them standing under an umbrella. You see, the things I'm saying are not, prophets can hear sayings in the bedroom of the king. What the mystery is, I don't know. How it will start, but we were praying here. Me and these my men and the women here, we've been laboring in prayer. And we kept on saying it. And the Lord showed me one time I saw Abuja taken. I saw Port Harcourt taken. I saw this city taken. And I came out and I warned the people. I said, they are no longer in the bush. They are your neighbors now. They are waiting for instruction. They are the beggars at your gate now. They are waiting for instruction. Until I saw an angel told me, he said, go to the middle belt. Go to Kogi. That's where we'll be safe. You don't know why they're taking serious now? US Embassy is not the standard. That's the deception of man. US Embassy. No. It won't happen this month. It will happen when people are saying, okay, well, we pray it doesn't happen. When people are saying, they just panic for nothing. Nothing is going on. In December, when people are trying to relax, then you will now begin to hear drums of war. I told you that I sensed the hand of God tilting towards mercy. He told me. He said, someone should receive burden for this mic. He said, 7, are we together? He said, write down these 7 Psalms. Tell your people to read it in this way. Let them pray with it upon their properties, upon their lives, upon their families. He said they will be exempted from what is to come. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for exemption for just myself and my followers. We're looking for mercy for the territory. You know, when these things were shown to me, the Lord said, to avert this thing, call the people to prayer. Are we together? When these things were shown to me, the Lord said, to avert these things, call the people to prayer. Let 200 men march on every city in Nigeria. And he showed me how they will march. He says they march. Let them read the Psalms. He had not given me the Psalms that time. Maybe it wouldn't have been these Psalms. It would have been a different Psalms he would give me. He said, let them read the Psalms and let people pray and just prophesy as they are marching. It's not something led by a person. It's just Christians doing priesthood. People will not know why we were doing that thing if we had done it. They would not have thanked us because it would have been averted. We would have prevented something great. And he told me that the resultant effect of that priesthood would have been the destruction of the people that had ganged up against Nigeria. He told me that their bomb will begin to explode on them, and then they will turn against themselves. And when I cried, only very few people answered us. We have a Telegram group. When I looked at the response, I said, this generation will not learn. Meanwhile, the video traveled, but only very few people. Some people come now, why didn't you meet Khan? Why didn't you meet Khan? What a foolish question.
Hello beloved, you're welcome back to our YouTube channel. I brought you an interesting video from Apostle Joel, and this is what the man of God has to say concerning the nation of Nigeria. But there are some few things I just want us to chit chat about. But before I continue, please, if you're coming across our channel for the very first time, do it to subscribe, comment, like, share, and don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in. God bless you. So let's get into today's topic. As you all know, the man of God talks about Peter Obi and also the war that is coming, and also Nigerians should march out to the streets of Nigeria and read psalms and sermons. So there are some few things I just want to talk. Yes, there's something he says in this video that is very, very interesting to me. He says that, what if Peter Obi wins the election? What is going to become of him? And another thing, he's letting himself being used by the people, because he's going to mirror the same thing that the past presidents have been doing. That is what he's going to mirror. And that part actually got me, and I'm like, wow, how? Really? Because why I ask how and why I say really? Because see, expectations that we are expecting from that man, I feel like it's too high, is too much at the same time, because we want him to just wipe away corruption from Nigeria. That is what a lot of people are rooting, because he says that he's going to give us a better Nigeria. And when someone uttered that word, a better Nigeria, you have put the hope of people up. And when you don't meet up to that demand, they are going to see you as evil, as corrupt, as weak, and all that. Okay, let's take example of Good Luck, for example. You know, during Yaladua, a lot of things were very, very good, cheap, and all that. But when Good Luck emerged after the death of former president Yaradua, a lot of people feel like, oh, he's not good for us, he's not this, he's not that, he's a weakling, it's his wife that controls his affairs and all that, she's the one that is ruling Nigeria back and all that. And honestly, I was kind of a little bit very young back then, but when you sit down to actually look at things that people were actually vomiting, you intend to run with it. Honestly, I won't say I'll be like, yes, let a new one come and all that, let somebody that, back then I didn't even know what it means to feed, like, I didn't know what it means to feed a family. Like, I don't know what it means to parent. I don't know what it means to buy water and all those things. That is what I'm telling you from my own honest opinion. I don't know whether prices of commodity are rising or not. All I know that my father provided three square me. I go to one of the best schools. I live in one of the best neighborhoods in Abuja back then, and I won't come and say that I really know the pains and of all those things because I wasn't doing them. So I was like, hey, let it come. I remember when me and my friends will hang out, we talk about those things. When politics of a thing comes up, we chit chat about it, we argue about it, and this person will be like, oh, this one is good and this one is not good. Oh, he's trying his best, he's not trying his best. During Yaladua, this was this, that. Like, we don't really know what the country is talking about, no, the economic is talking about, or what our parents are going through back then. But we'll just have this mindset that, oh, he's not good for Nigeria, because that is what we are hearing from people on daily basis. And each time you intend to interact with one or two people, that is what they say about him. I think that was when he took over and then he won, and that was 2012 or something like that. Then 2015 he was going. Back then I think I was done with secondary school, in the university and all that, but I didn't really know the pain. See, I'll tell you that as a human being, with what Nigerian is going through, in 10 years ago, I don't really know the meaning of hardship. Honestly, let me I don't even know what it means to fret for yourself and all that. I got to learn my own lesson the hard way. I'm sorry that I'm giving you a story of my life and all that. It was when I was in school. See, I have everything I wanted. There's food stuff, there's money and all that. But to prepare that meal, or sometimes I have morning 7 o'clock class that I have to go to. I can't prepare anything. When I come back hungry, tired, I don't want to cook and all that. I have to go out to buy food and all that. And then I start to understand the stress my mom go through to cook the meals. Then I start thinking about my dad. I was like, how does this man get money to feed us and also provide our needs and wants for us? I start thinking about him because honestly, sometimes I have money, I have to calculate it. I wasn't working for that money at that time. It was given to me by my parents and by my dad especially. And I was like, how? Like, how am I, like, how I have to calculate to know what to buy and what not to buy so that my money will not get finished and all that, because I start now feeling guilty of asking him for money because I was paying school fees in millions. And I was like, so this is what this man is doing back when I was at home and all that. All I know was that if I want anything, I pick phone to call dad. If I want anything, I ask dad and all that. And that was it. So I thought this money, it's just there. You understand? But when you grow up to know some certain kind of things, you start like, okay, this is how it is, this is how it that, like all those things. So after good luck tenure and all that, they were rooting for Buhari when campaign started strongly in 2014. Towards ending of 2014, everybody wanted change. They say Baba say dole ne change muke, so like all those things, we wanted change and all that. And then a lot of people were like, good luck was not doing enough, Baba is coming to do a lot. And then babu baba, 11 years down the line, this is where we are. We even want good luck. Like, people could literally worship the ground that this man steps on. They see him as one of the best presidents if they want to count, and they'll be like, we lost. There's a saying that my grandmother used to say, that because of the soup at the back of the spoon, you want to lick it, and then mistakenly you turn it over and turn the one inside the spoon rather. So who lose? You're the one that lose, because you pour the one that is more important and more plentier than the rest. So that was what happened in that situation and all that. And I feel like I've learned my lesson, and I feel like we shouldn't put a lot of load in the head of this man called Peter Obi, because we are expecting too much from him. That was what we expected from President Muhammad Buhari, and then we got disappointed at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that he's coming to do the same, but we should expect less. In as much as we are supporting, we are rooting for him, we should expect less from him. The corruption in Nigeria is so thick, it's like a thick forest, and before you can cut down timbers to be able to see sunlight, it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult. That is it. But we are expecting miracle. We are expecting that Peter will be, it's going to wipe away the corruption in Nigeria. It's going to put a Nigeria instance. It's going to take back the prices of commodities and all that. It's not going to happen like that, my dear brothers and sisters, and all that. And then for the man of God, he says that there are wars coming everywhere, and these people, they are no longer in the forest. They have mounted their stuff in your doorsteps, in your gates, and all that. They are in your city. And that got me thinking. I'm like, wow, is this thing still going to happen, or it has passed, or God has, it will not happen? I don't know. But that is what I'm just saying. But see, one thing we need to know is that we should not get tired of going on our knees to pray to God and say, please, let your will be carried out in Nigeria. Let your will be done. See, we don't want war. War is not something you pray to experience in this nation, Nigeria, because it's so bad, it's so disturbing. It will destabilize you, my dear brothers and sisters. It's not something you want to go. When they mention war in states, in cities, and all that, people be like, let it happen now. We have had enough. What have we not had? See, country that are suffering war, do you think they are not praying to be like your country? Even with all the corruptions and all that, if they can switch, they won't even think about it twice. So if you have that privilege to be in Nigeria without war, you should be grateful to God. Because when you see children, buildings and all that collapsing and all that because of bombs and people losing their life, do you see families that are being torn by these things? There was this Iraq and Gaza fight and all that, Abi Israel and this thing. Did you know that there was a medical doctor? He lost one of his child. See, you need to see the pain in his eye and all that. Why? Because the child was in the building. He was in the hospital treating those that are wounded and all that. Then he was able, the sister was so traumatized to the point that she cannot stop shouting. That is what war does. And please, I urge us to pray. And also, every Christians in Nigeria should just keep on praying. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to come to the street to pray, but in your individual home, pray for the nation of Nigeria, because let's avoid story that touches the heart at the end of the day. That is what I would just say, because it's not easy, and what is coming, if it should come to light, we will not like it at the end of the day. So that is just my honest opinion, and I just say let me share it with you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. You are blessed, and I will see you in the next one. And please, before I go, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly pause those videos, subscribe, comment, like, share with family and friends so that you don't miss out on any of our content. And also don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always staying tuned, and thank you for always supporting us. God bless you. So I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.